There is the power of I am. God spoke to Moses in Exodus chapter 3 verse number 14. Exodus chapter 3 verse number 14. And God said unto Moses, I am that I am. And he said, thus shalt thou say unto the children of Israel, I am hath sent me unto you. I am has sent me unto you. In the Hebrew, the word I am is the word Yehovah or Jehovah. It means I will become. It means I can become, or I will be what I will be. He identified himself as the I am. Jehovah, I will be what I will be. You notice that Jesus in the four Gospels, arguably, the most frequent phrase he used about himself is the fact that I am this. I am the way. I am the truth. I am the life. I am the bread of life. I am the water of life. He knew who he was. He had no issue with identity. He knew his identity. Jesus was tempted by the devil. Satan showed up in Matthew chapter 4 and said to Jesus, because in Matthew chapter 3 the heavens opened and a voice came out of heaven, this is my beloved son in whom I am well pleased. Right there in River Jordan. Then in Matthew chapter 4, after that announcement, Satan sneaked in and said to Jesus, if you are the Son of God. He threw a doubt on his identity. If you are a son of God, command that these stones be made bread. Jesus didn't address the issue of if you are, because it was not on a debating table. He left that aside and said, let's deal with bread. Let's deal with stone. It is written, man shall not live by bread alone, because the issue is not the issue of if I am. I know I am. And because I know I am, I don't have to prove anything. But let's deal with the temptation issue. Man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeded out of the mouth of God. Why did Satan tempt Jesus beginning from the issue of identity? Because identity is everything. Identity is everything. If you don't know who you are, you cannot function in the authority that is yours. If you don't know who you are, you cannot walk in the reality of your privileges and rights. If you don't know who you are, you cannot function in the dominion that is yours. If you don't know who you are, you cannot cast out demons and trample over serpents and scorpions and over all the power of the devil. You cannot. That's why when the seven sons of Sceva, wanted to cast out demons, they said, oh, you unclean spirit, come out in the name of that man that Paul used to preach. And the demons said to them, Jesus we know and Paul we know, identify yourselves. Who are you? They didn't know who they were, so demons didn't obey them. Rather, the demons came out and gave them the beating of their lives, because they didn't know who they were. The first time man was tempted in the Garden of Eden, the first temptation was a temptation of identity. Has God said you shouldn't eat of this tree? God knows that the day you eat of it, you shall be like him. An issue of identity. An issue of identity. Man fell in the place of identity. And Satan thought, because the first Adam fell in the place of identity, he could harass the second Adam in the place of identity. If you are the Son of God, command that these stones be made bread. Identity is critical when it comes to living your life on earth and the victory that Christ has provided.